Hey everyone, welcome back to Poplar Preparedness. We got new numbers coming in from Europe about what's going on with the harvests, and it's not looking good, folks. Of course, we had the drought that hit Italy and France and Spain. We're starting to see the numbers of what the potato harvests are looking like. The olive harvests are just starting now, particularly in Spain, and the numbers are catastrophic. Spain olive harvest is now being projected at 33 to 38% down, and they are a major olive oil producer, major olive harvest, just olives in general, right? You go to the store and you get your Spanish olives, right? That's where most of Europe's olives come from, and a lot of the world's olives come from. Harvest 33 to 38% down. We're also hearing catastrophic numbers out of Italy on their durum wheat. We're hearing catastrophic numbers out of Italy on their potatoes. We're hearing catastrophic numbers out of Italy on their olives as well. This is not good, folks. We're going to have a serious food crunch over in Europe, but it's not just Europe. Take a quick jaunt over to Pakistan. 1/3 of the stinking country was underwater. And most of those places underwater were their prime food production areas. And that's why they're looking at, right now, the projections are a 31% decrease in their rice harvest. They produce a lot of rice out there. What about the rice over in India? You know, India is the #1 producer of rice in the world. 15% down is the projection. They were able to plant 8% less acres this year, but they also had issues with weather, not water for them. Too little water, drought, and heat, unfortunately, has crippled their production. Both Pakistan and India, of course, they both got hit by really nasty heat that has devastated their wheat crops. We're looking at 10 to 15% decrease in wheat crops before the flooding in Pakistan. But with the flooding, we're looking at close to 50% losses overall in their wheat harvest. We're not even getting any numbers out of Dragon Country at all. All we know is that they are purchasing up as much rice and any other foodstuffs that they can get their hands on. They are purchasing, which indicates that they are once again about to have some nasty harvests. Of course, in the United States, we have the drought all out west. Significant portion of the United States still under drought. All the west of the United States, of course, some of the corn areas have been affected. Corn harvests are down, but let's focus in on California, where a lot of rice comes from in the U.S. California has lost 50% year over year, 50% of its rice production. Now, a lot of that rice wasn't even planted because they knew that they were not going to get the irrigation water. But a bunch of farmers did plant in the hopes that they would have the irrigation water, and they did not get it. And those rice paddies have completely dried out and are completely useless. 50% decrease in rice production in California. Across Europe, 47% of Europe is under drought warnings still. They've been under drought warnings for most of the summer, and we are still seeing that. And that is impacting yields of potatoes, wheat. We're seeing impacts, of course, of a lot of the smaller crops like olives and all the specialty crops. Amsterdam and the Netherlands, they still had water to irrigate with, and so we're not seeing nearly as much damage to the impact there, which is a lot more dollar value. They produce a lot of the greens and a lot of the vegetables for Europe. But when we start talking about staple crops, corn, wheat, potatoes, those are more spread out. They're not in the greenhouses in the Netherlands. Belgium, significant decrease in their crops there, particularly in corn. French potato yields down 20%. French grains, corn and wheat, down 35% year over year. We're just seeing these numbers coming out, and they're not good. You can't just lose, hundreds of thousands of tons, millions of tons of food and not have a famine. I mean, this isn't just isolated areas. This isn't that some areas are having great bounties and overproducing, and other areas are in famine, and other areas, don't have the production because of the drought. We're seeing, by and large, the main food producers out there are getting hammered. Of course, there's one country that's doing pretty good. The one that we're not allowed to talk about, Bear Country. They are actually having good harvests out there, but they're not selling to people who are sanctioning them. So are those, is the rice and the, particularly the wheat, going to be flowing? Maybe only to their allies. We're going to see the food markets are going to tighten up severely. We've been talking about this a lot. The potato harvest in the United States being down. We've been talking about how these things are going to really tighten up. You need to be stocking up on what you need for yourself, for your family, for people you want to help out. This is a tremendous opportunity for you to invest in people, but that means thinking ahead. And as I keep saying, get the cheap stuff, get stuff that's going to help people out. All right, folks, if you have questions, comments, pop them in the comments down below. If you found this video to be useful, helpful, you might want to check out this other video that I have right here. Otherwise, I will see you later. Steve Poplar, out.